I'm Dr. Yvonne Cason, the president of Spiritual Awakenings International, and I'd like to welcome all of you to our very first Spiritual Awakenings International Conference. So welcome everyone. Hello, bonjour, herzliche willkommen, grüezi, hola e buenos dias, buongiorno, bon dia, and hello. I just welcomed you in 8 different languages because Spiritual Awakenings International is truly an international network. It's awesome how we've grown in just 1 year. We currently have over 1,700 subscribers from 58 countries around the world. It's just awesome. And on all 6 continents, the only continent we're missing is Antarctica. So welcome everyone from around the world. And we would invite you to take a minute now and please enter into the chat where it is you're joining us from, so we'll know where everyone is joining us from. So we are celebrating today at our Spiritual Awakenings International First Conference because we are now 1 year old. This is our 1-year birthday party. So welcome to our 1-year birthday party. We launched SAI a year ago because we wanted to raise awareness about the whole range of spiritually transformative experiences happening to people today and all the types of spiritual awakenings of all types. And we are open to anyone. We have no dogma. We are multi-faith and we are non-aligned. And we have a very simple message that experiencers of spiritually transformative experiences, or STEs as we call them, realize is that STEs are real. First off, STEs are real. And I, as a medical doctor, know they are real and they are not a sign of mental illness, as some people mistakenly say. And secondly, Spiritual Awakenings International is spreading awareness, as STE experiencers know, that we are truly spiritual beings. We are souls, and our souls live on after death of our body. And we really are one global spiritual family. So welcome, 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 everybody. So I would like to, as we start here, introduce you to our board of directors. As I mentioned previously, I am the president of Spiritual Awakenings International. And beside me here on the screen now is the vice president of Spiritual Awakenings International. This is Robert Bear. And I'm having difficulty finding our secretary. Our secretary is Linda Truax, and there she is. I will now add her in the spotlight. There we go. So here we are. We are the board of directors of Spiritual Awakenings International. So we are a volunteer-based organization, and we've put a lot of love into preparing for this event today. So I'd also like to mention our advisory board. They may not all be here because they live in different time zones. So we have a wonderful advisory board, and our advisory board members are Dr. Nicole Gruel from Australia, Dr. Bonnie Greenwell from the US, Tamara Calder-Richardson, also from the US, John Spar, another American, Dr. Judith Miller, another American, Raymond O'Brien from England, and Ana Gonzalez from Mexico. So we are delighted to have international representation on our advisory board. And we also have international representation at this conference. We have 22 speakers over the 2 days, and our speakers are from 6 different countries. And we will be doing events in 2 different languages. Most of it's going to be in English, but our last event on Sunday is going to be in Spanish. And so we're planning to continue this in the future to have offerings in other languages. So the first event of the day every day, so today's event right now, is being live streamed on Facebook. But for those of you who are watching on Facebook, we're only going to be live streaming the very first event each day of our conference. So if you'd like to attend more of our events, go to our website, www.spiritualawakeningsinternational.org, and register for the conference, and you will be sent the Zoom link so that you can join us on Zoom for the rest of the day. Now, everybody wants to know, are these being recorded in case I miss one of the presentations? They all look so awesome. Yes, we are recording all of the speaker events we're going to have today, and they will be posted on the Spiritual Awakenings International website. Look, go to our videos page. And we expect to have them up within the next couple of weeks, once they've been edited and any bleepers cut out by our technical support person, Joe. And yes, you can view them for free. And then about 6 months from now, we will also begin to post the videos on our SAI YouTube channel. So if you've not yet subscribed to our SAI YouTube channel, that's another thing you can do during one of our breaks today, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So the last thing I want to mention is that Spiritual Awakenings International is donation-based. We are committed, it is our philosophy, we wish to offer all of our online events like today's conference for free, and to post our videos for free, both on our website and on our YouTube channel. So we therefore invite you, those of you who feel so in your heart that you would like to help support us so we can continue to offer these events for free, to please make a donation to Spiritual Awakenings International. I'll be showing the link for making donations, but basically it's spiritualawakeningsinternational.org/donate. And you can make a donation to help us keep all of our events free. And we are a 501c3 tax-exempt organization recognized by the IRS in the United States. So you will get a tax receipt for all of your donations, and a donation of any size would be deeply appreciated. So that is all that I'd like to say today for the opening remarks. And I'm just going to take a quick look at the chat and see some of the countries that we have people joining us from. Let's take a look here. We have a number from Canada. We have from Alberta. We have from Los Angeles, Washington. Ooh, we have Sydney, Australia. Hello, Sarah from Sydney. We have Carol from Devon, the UK. That's wonderful. Welcome. We have Gino from Hong Kong. Welcome. Isn't it wonderful to have people? Oh, and we have Kim from Paonia. I'm not quite sure where that is. We have Orlando, another person, Mike from Chesterfield in the UK. Seattle, Ottawa, London, Ontario, Chicago. Another person from the UK, Stephanie, welcome. Oh, we have someone from South Africa, Carice, how wonderful. Oh, Alina from Ireland, wonderful. Oh, and Adelson from Spain. This is absolutely wonderful that we have people from all over the world. So welcome, everyone, welcome. So now we're going to begin the opening blessing panel. We are really, really delighted to have representatives from several different faith traditions that are going to be speaking to us today on the opening panel. Unfortunately, we are still waiting for one of our speakers who does not seem to have made it, but we will continue on. Hopefully he's having some difficulties with his internet. Sorry, Linda, have you found Father Charles yet?
No, sadly, he has not signed in yet.
Okay, well, then we will have to go ahead without him. Anyway, our first speaker this morning, I'm going to bring her on so you can take a look at her face while I'm talking. And this is Jyoti Ma. And Jyoti Ma is going to be the first speaker on our multi-faith blessing panel this morning. And it is a special honor for me to introduce Jyoti Ma today, because today I will be inducting Jyoti Ma into the Spiritual Awakenings International Circle of Honor. Now, if you're not aware of our Circle of Honor, the Circle of Honor is like a hall of fame. And that is where we at Spiritual Awakenings International acknowledge and honor individuals who have done outstanding work, who've been pioneering and groundbreaking in the field of spiritually transformative experiences and raising awareness of our spiritual nature in the last 100 years. And it is my honor to induct Jyoti Ma today for her groundbreaking work in many, many areas. We do hope to have an in-person induction ceremony when in-person conferences once again become possible, but for the time being, we are inducting people when they are presenting at our event. And this is the first time Jyoti Ma is presenting. So let me tell you a bit about Jyoti Ma. She was previously known by her name as Dr. Janine Pravat. She has a PhD in transpersonal psychology. She is an ordained minister. She is an author, a spiritual teacher, and she's also a multiple STE experiencer. So she knows what she's talking about. Her exploration in the transpersonal and spiritual realm started, she says, back in 1974 with the death of her father and a powerful mystical experiences she had related to that. And then propelled by this, later in 1983, she went to the C.G. Jung Institute in Zurich, Switzerland, and did 2.5 years of postgraduate work and in-depth self-reflection during that time. Then in 1987 to 1990, she was the director of the Spiritual Emergence Network at the Institute of Transpersonal Psychology. And this was very, very groundbreaking in the field. And it was actually through the Spiritual Emergence Network that I first met Jyoti Ma back in 1990 when they held a conference on Kundalini in Asilomar. She worked very closely with Stan and Christina Grof, who were the people who coined the phrase spiritual emergence syndrome and who are also on our SAI Circle of Honor. From 1990 till 1992, she was in fact the president of the board of the Spiritual Emergence Network. In 1990, she also became a board, in the 90s, she became a board member of the Kundalini Research Network and was coordinator for a while and was involved with the Kundalini Research Network for over 20 years. She's also had a private office to counsel individuals and families in their spiritual development. But more recently, she has traveled extensively for at least 30 years, studying with healers and spiritual leaders in places like Brazil, Africa, Mexico, South America, and throughout North America. She's had multiple initiations by these spiritual leaders that have introduced her to a deep spiritual life. In 1994, she was the founder of Stargate, which is a school designed to provide integrative psychospiritual teaching and empowerment. In 1995, she was the founder of Kayumari, an international spiritual healing community that now has 4 centers internationally. In 2000 to 2014, she was the spiritual director of the Center for Sacred Studies, which is a church dedicated to sustaining Indigenous ways of life through cross-cultural spiritual practices. She was also a convener of the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers, which began in 2004. These Indigenous grandmother gatherings have been translated into 7 languages. And at this time, there are over 70 countries that are now holding grandmother councils. She is a delegate to the Mother Earth delegations of United Indigenous Nations and their Global Sacred Territories Initiative, which is to protect Mother Earth's sacred sites and to protect her original peoples. Jyoti has devoted her life to bringing unity to the planet and to facilitate the development of alliances between individuals who are guardians of Indigenous culture and traditional medicine ways. So please join me now for a silent round of applause to congratulate Jyoti Ma on her induction into the Spiritual Awakenings International Circle of Honor. Congratulations, Jyoti. I will now leave, and please go ahead with your presentation.
Wow. I'm humbled by all of the things you've reported, but I'd like to say that it's spirit working through me. I'm very clear that I'm the arms and legs in service to that, which is guiding each and every one of us that's gathered here today. So thank you, Yvonne, for your story, your life walk, and all the team that you've gathered here to bring the next expression of your work into the world, our work into the world. So I just want to take a moment and give some of that back to you. As one of my elders say, I bow to my other selves. Huh? You know, when I was reflecting on what you had asked me to offer today as we opened this amazing gathering about spiritual awakening, that it was really time to sit and make a moment that would recognize that the Mother Earth herself is in a spiritual awakening. And each and every single one of us is a part of her creation, which is percolating up and out of us so that we can see the magic of divinity in its making moment. She gives messages. She brings the prophecies through her original people that instruct us, and through many multi-faith paths, she brings those instructions as well about this time that we're standing in together, because it's a very prophetic time, a very prophetic time. I'm reminded of when I was in India studying with my teacher there. And I would go on pilgrimages at times, and I would go to some of the spiritual temples and sacred places. And many of them had on the wall this clock. And from 12 to 1 would be 2,500 years. From 1 to 2 would be another 2,500 years. And so it would go all the way around that clock, right up into the very last part, which was dark, and they called it the Kali Yuga. It was the last part of a 26,000-year cycle. And so Mother Earth right now is in her 6th extinction. That means she's been through this extinction process 5 other times. So she knows how to go through that process. And I believe that many of us put on our skin to stand in this moment with her so that we could participate in this amazing moment, which many call the turning time. Other prophecies that come to us, some that came to me, like from the Kogi. They are one of 4 original people that live in the La Sierra Nevadas of Colombia. I've worked with them extensively, particularly over the last decade, as they've been instructing my walk and my community's walk so that we can listen to the instruction of Mother Earth and follow it. In their prophecy, in their instruction, for you see, prophecy has prepared us for the moment we're standing in, and now it's here to instruct us in this moment. So the Kogi say that the ending is falling into the beginning, and the beginning will roll out in 2026, and it will roll out with those individuals, organizations, and movements that are based on original principle of reciprocity, collaboration, heart, unity, and all life is sacred. Those are the principles. They say it's important to watch the ending as it falls down so we stay informed, but to stay focused on that which is breaking through. And I must report to you that since the pandemic happened, a lot of what's breaking through, just like this gathering today and over this weekend, all of those that have come to be the light workers, the light protectors of this life here in this creation, those are the ones that are gathered now. And as we move through these next few days, you're going to get to have a witnessing moment. For I would pray, and as I go into my prayer, I want to really activate deep listening in each and every one of us. So let me take a moment and just offer this prayer, this blessing, as we begin this study together. So I'd ask all of you to sit down in yourself and light yourself up. Light yourself up in every cell of your body with the light and the sound of the universe. And then we're going to take a moment and breathe collectively together. And we're going to allow that light and sound of the universe to be absorbed by the sound of silence. For in that silence, there is an intelligence that can instruct us as we take these steps together. Oh, Mother, Father, God, I'm sitting here as a grandmother on this sacred territory of the Pomo and the coastal Miwok people. I'm offering up this prayer of thanksgiving today, for I offer gratitude to you. I offer gratitude to the morning star that announced the dawn was coming, and for the sun that brought the light of day into this space so we could stand up inside of it and open ourselves to your divinity. I give great thanks to the spirits of the four directions and those above us and below us and those that work through us to guide us on our way. I give great thanks to the ancestors whose hand is on every shoulder gathered here, protecting us, informing us, lighting our way. I give great thanks, Creator, for all of this creation, for you are in your making moment. You are bringing a close to something so you can open brilliantly into the new dawn that has been prophesied by so many for so long. I give great thanks that we are here to assist you in that process as you make your ascension motion into many call that fifth dimension. For we are leaving, as some of the prophecy says, the world of separation, that fourth dimension of the world of separation. And we are truly now in motion towards our own fifth world of unification, of unity, where we meet in the center of ourselves, in the heart of all that is, in the loving presence of all that is, and declare our oneness, all nations, one nation. And as we do so, in the midst of acknowledging we are a part of this creation, we are actually creation walking. I give great thanks, Creator, for this moment has its challenges. It will take a lion's heart of courage to fully step in and acknowledge this moment with our full presence. The instruction you give is to stand in this full moment and bring that full presence of being. This is a moment where our beingness, our human beingness, is truly being called into action. For prayer and action is the medicine of this time. I give great thanks that from the original times, that a thread of life that you gave with its pure protocol of how to care for life has made it through very challenging times to stand in this moment with us, that those original peoples brought this line of prayer unbroken so that they might guide us in the weaving of the tapestry that is about to be revealed. I give great thanks. I give great thanks as a grandmother here. I am humbled by the divinity and its expression, its diversity that reaches across all this creation. May we embrace our diversity and celebrate joy and love as we take this walk firmly for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for this mother and of her relations. All of the cosmos in a moment of give great thanks, give great. And so I don't know if we have time, but if we do, I have a little video that I took a pilgrimage with in 2019, and we have a message about the deep listening. If we can all listening process, that deep listening, there is a solution that we are a part of. Is that okay?
We have about 3 minutes left. Could you show 3 minutes of the video?
It's 4 minutes.
It's 4 minutes. All right, 4 minutes.
Okay, here we go. Be sure to let me know if you can't hear it. I want to make it bigger for you, so give me a second. Granny's not so used to all these things, but here we go. Enjoy. Can you hear it?
Not yet.
Bendithi afti. Diolch cacht gus mor siol mewn drwy.
Gratitude for this opportunity to be here in this incarnation upon this planet. Gratitude to the gift of life we've been given, to all our ancestors lined up behind us. We are the reality of their dreaming.
Let us come together in one mind, as one heart, and one body. Ay, ay.
Hatunga pokama ursatami manyani. Sumagyueta, sumak shungutanyu kanchik takui.
My name is Jyoti. I'm one of the wisdom keepers. An amazing circle of beings that have come from all different parts of the world because we were called here. Our First Nation peoples have a way of life that is sacred and has been given to them by this Mother Earth and Father Sky, and it is the remedy of this time. That I am sure of.
Personas que viven con la nueva tecnología es que están muy separados de la naturaleza. Hace que no puedan tener ese viaje con el corazón, la mente y el espíritu.
それを教えていたのが先住民族であり、長老たちであり、シャーマンたちでした。本当にその意味を知ってる人たちがもう隠れていないでもっと表に出てきた。
Our mother is crying. She's literally crying to her children for help.
that she brings today is, are you listening?
Allow yourself to feel.
La contaminación de los ríos, la contaminación de los océanos, el ruido en la Amazonía. Los desastres naturales están viniendo. ¿Cómo es posible? La gente no puede sentir o ver eso.
We are listening. You have called us to wake up in this time. Help us stay strong so we can march forward now on a planet with one heart.
We're able to feel through direct experience what it's like to come together like our ancestors once came together, to reflect, to pray, to listen.
Es por eso los indígenas estamos viajando a muchos lugares para poder ayudar, para que la gente pueda conectarse con la naturaleza y especialmente con su corazón.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jyotima. We are out of time and we will be moving on to our next speaker. So thank you, everyone. Our next speaker is going to be Father Charles Ogata. Let's just see if I can get him on the screen. There he is. We're so glad you were able to make it. Father Charles Ogata is joining us today from Nigeria. He was born in Uturu, Nigeria. He is the founder and executive director of Spirit and Self-Awareness Initiative and the Global Joy Village, both based in Nigeria. He runs 2 free schools, a children's home for disadvantaged children, 2 free hospitals, and a cooperative farm, and many other initiatives. At the age of 17, Father Charles Ogata had a profound STE that changed the course of his life. He joined the Spirit and Order of the Catholic Church to deepen spiritually. In addition to completing studies such as a BA, MA, and Bachelor of Philosophy in Religion and Philosophy, he also traveled extensively and studied Christian mystics, Eastern spirituality, Sufism, the Jewish Kabbalah, and the teachings of Ramana Maharshi. So he is committed to an inclusive, multi-faith approach to spirituality. It is my great joy to introduce Father Charles Ogata.
Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to all being connected to this moment. This is not a talk. This is an experiential awareness. And we take from the prayer of Jyotima, are you listening? Right now, we're not going to listen with our ears. We're not going to listen with our mind. We're going to listen with our heart. And this is the basic, the foundation, the pillar of all the religions. Listen. Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad. Listen, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. And this is the moment when we have to realize that we are one. This God is the I am in you, is the being in you. It possesses in every cell in your body, in every thought in your mind, in every one in your soul. Right now, let us take a moment and breathe and connect to this oneness that we are. This oneness that is beyond body, that is beyond name, that is beyond country and religion. This oneness that is beyond anything that can be said. This oneness that is our pure existence, our pure consciousness, our pure being. I would invite everyone right now to connect to your heart, to connect to your being, and through your breath, to take a deep, deep breath. And wherever you are sitting, and wherever you might be, let us connect to this center that is one. This center that unites us all. Taking another breath. And become aware of you as the one who breathes. Jesus the Master declared, all are one. All are one. Not just human beings. All are one. All that is in this oneness. Separation is an illusion. And this conference is a call to awake to our oneness, to go beyond that which separates, that which hides us from us. This is the moment. This is the time, and nothing can stop this. We are all happy. We are all gracious to be part of this awakening, to be part of this process whereby we are authentic to our true selves. To come back to this essence that is the root of all religions. You see it running through all the religions. We've lost hold of it. We've lost track of it. The foundation of Judaism is God is one. Who is this God? God is the I am. Whenever you say I am, you are expressing this unity. And there is nothing that you can do without this I am presence. to be able to be aware of this I am presence in everything that is done and that is not done is the essence of Judaism. And Jesus came to restore the foundation of Judaism, that we are gods, we are divinity, we are one, we are spirit, we are pure consciousness, we are love. And for us to do this, we need to remove that which covers this divinity, as if it is covered anywhere. It is the mind. Modern mind is so engrossed in the mind, and we need to drop the mind. Without dropping the mind, we cannot encounter the heart. We need to drop the mind. And how do we drop the mind? We drop the mind by knowing the nature of the mind. The mind is simply an image. The mind is imagination. The mind is not the truth. The mind is a reflection of the truth. When we know that the reflection is not real, then we're able to drop it and come to that stillness, that silence that helps us to listen, that silence that helps us to encounter our true selves. The foundation of Judaism is the foundation of Christianity. Jesus was asked, what is the summary of Christianity? What is the summary of your teaching? And Jesus said, the same words, listen, O Israel, the Lord your God is one, and thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength, and your neighbor as yourself. You just discover that this is the foundation of Christianity, that the Lord your God is the I am. Listen, O Israel, the I am, your I am is one. This I am is the expression of everything that is. And this pillar too is the foundation of Islam. Allah is one, is the primary pillar of Islam. That Allah is not two, Allah is pure existence. Allah is one. Everything that is above, below, within, around is simply Allah. For us to realize this is for us to realize our inherent divinity, that we are all one, we are all divine, and nothing can remove this divinity. Nothing can make it less, nothing can make it more. It is just what it is. When we realize this, then we will stop fighting. All the violence that we see in our world today is simply because we failed to realize that we are one. And humanity is engaged in self-destruction, thinking that it's killing another person, while not knowing that it's destroying its own self. Because we cannot escape this oneness. Dear brothers and sisters, this conference is a call to our own inner journey, a call to sit and listen, a call to realize your own true divinity. It's only when we realize our divinity that we give power, that we give strength to other people to wake up. Without doing that ourselves, it becomes so difficult for us to change another person. So the birth that the Mother Earth is going through right now is our own birth. Is the birth of the new age consciousness, the birth of love, pure love, unconditional love, love that is not determined by any conditions, not conditions of opinions or mind or religion or color or whatever you can ever think of, is pure love. This is the birth of humanity today, and let us wake up to it. Let us take the courage and accept ourselves for who we truly are, that we are nothing but divinity. And nothing can make us become less than what we are. And that is going to give birth to a new world, to a new consciousness. Nothing will stop it. Nothing. It has come already. Just calling all of us to align to that birthing process. Every day, as you do everything that you do in your daily routine, do not forget your true self. Do not forget the I am presence, the pure consciousness that is manifesting everything that you do. As you brush your teeth, be aware of the energy that is moving the hand up and down. That energy is the pure consciousness in you. As you walk in consciousness. As you drive in consciousness. As you sweep the room, sweep in consciousness. That is the difference. It doesn't matter what you do. What really matters is the awareness that you bring to what you do. This is the call, is a call to action. So many talks already, but action is lacking. We need to begin with ourselves. Begin by being aware of who you truly are and accepting who you truly are unconditionally with passion. It means dropping guilt. It means dropping shame. It means dropping fear and all that has been put on us to tell us that we are what we are not. This is the waking up time. And we need to do it together. We need to hold our hands together and wake ourselves up. You can't wake up alone because you are not alone. You are the all one. So we have to do it together. And we encourage each other and we come together and lift ourselves up to this single vision and mission and purpose of life, to wake up. Now is the time to wake up. I worship and I salute and I respect the divinity in each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Charles Ogata. That was absolutely wonderful. I'm now going to invite our next speaker, who is going to be Lawrence Edwards. Let me see if I can bring Lawrence up here. And I'm going to briefly introduce Lawrence. So welcome, Lawrence. If you could unmute yourself. He is the founder and director of the Anam Cara Meditation Foundation. He is a licensed psychotherapist, PhD, trained in Jungian psychology, but he also trained as a monk in India in the 1970s and 1980s in the ancient Kundalini yoga lineage. He also trained for decades in the Buddhist tradition and has received teachings and empowerments from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the Eminence Tswang Sitar Rinpoche, Gelek Rinpoche, and Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche. I apologize for my mispronunciation. He's on faculty at the New York Medical College, and he's also the author of numerous works, including The Soul's Journey, Guidance from the Divine Within, and Awakening Kundalini, The Path to Radical Freedom. And he has a great audio CD entitled Om Namah Shivaya, Meditation and Chants. So with no further ado, I turn it over to Lawrence Edwards.
Thank you, Yvonne, and welcome to everyone. With all my heart, with all my love, it is so great to be in the company of people who want to hold the truth, serve the truth, live the truth into the world. You are my very self. So good to be in your company. You know, in the Eastern meditative traditions, this kind of gathering is called satsang, and it literally means keeping the company of the truth, keeping the company of the highest, the divine presence. That's you. That's all of us. You are the embodiment of the divine right here, right now. And it's so great, as we're hearing from other speakers, to see that unity of message across the the top of spiritual traditions. You know, if you go to the mystics and the great sages and saints, they're all in agreement about that. And knowing that, well, that is the essence of the Great Awakening, this global awakening that we so desperately need. And awakening has been at the very heart of the Hindu and yogic traditions for thousands of years. And what do we awaken to, of course, is our own divinity, our oneness with all. There's what's called a Mahavakya, a great statement from the ancient Upanishads that sums it up. It simply says, thou art that. You are that. You are the divine self. You are the Buddha. You're that sublime consciousness. You are what you seek. Who am I speaking to? You are my very self. There is no other. There's only one. We may wonder, what is the power that unfolds this profound awakening? What is the power that allows us to know the divine as our own self? Who is it that transforms ordinary people into knowers of the one, into mystics, saints, and sages? Well, her names are ancient and many, though she is one. She's known as Holy Spirit, Grandmother Spirit, Shekinah. She's known as Grace, as Sophia. In the yogic tradition, she's also known as Kundalini Shakti, the power of revelation and transformation. In the Buddhist tradition, she's known as the great goddess of transcendental wisdom. Her name there is Bhagavati Mahaprajna Paramita. She's also known in the Buddhist tradition as Bodhicitta, the power of this unity consciousness that is inherent to everyone. She's also known as Tara, the Great Mother. And it is this divine feminine that gives birth to awakening. But fortunately, we don't have to nearly die to know this. The yogis and many other traditions discovered this thousands of years ago. And you've already died and been reborn countless times. And the meditative traditions, we speak about how we die, metaphorically speaking, in meditation. There's the importance of empowered practice, that we die to the limited consciousness to know our boundless consciousness. We die in meditation, and then you know you will never die again. Bodies may come and go, but not your true eternal self. I can tell you, having experienced both the dying of this body and death in meditation, I can tell you it's much better to die in meditation, the limitations, free from any trauma to the body or mind. Now, the meditative traditions have explored the eternal unity consciousness that gives rise to the mind and body, and yet remains even when the body dies. Yogis, mystics, saints of every tradition have come to know the Eternal One. And the power that unfolds that direct experience is often referred to as the Great Goddess or the Great Mother. Her living presence is already within you, within everyone. That's what Kundalini Shakti refers to, the power of revelation and transformation inherent to every one of us. And though that's a yogic term, it's known across traditions. And we can know this directly. We only have to turn our attention away from what is mind-born and give it to what is born of the Infinite One. What comes from the infinite is the infinite, the boundless love, the boundless qualities of consciousness. That knowing comes through her, the Great Mother. She's also known as the one who gives birth to all forms. So it's said, all forms are her form. Directly knowing this, we see the divine is all there is. Directly knowing this, we find freedom from suffering and the ignorance that gives birth to suffering. Directly knowing this, we will experience the fullness of the divine as our very being, lacking nothing, no one, no thing left out. But not knowing this gives rise to unfillable lack, want, and need, which drives craving, insatiable craving, caricatured by tyrants and oligarchs and hoarders of wealth. Their vain attempts to fill their emptiness causes suffering for all beings on earth. And so the darkness of ignorance dominates our poor planet now. And this age, as Jyotima referred to before, in the Eastern traditions, it's the fourth age of a cycle of four, and it's known as Kali Yuga. Kali meaning the dark age. And it's a challenged age because in this age, Dharma, and Dharma means living in accord with the divine, or the truth of who we are, living the truth of oneness into this world. In this age, it's at its lowest ebb. And in the Eastern traditions, Dharma is symbolized by the sacred cow. And so as the ages continued, she became weaker and weaker. So that at this point, in this age, the poor mother cow stands on one leg. That's also a sign to us. We have to be her other legs. We have to walk her boundless love, compassion, wisdom, and power into the world. We now stand for Dharma. And in Kali Yuga, there are more resources available now in certain ways than in any other age. Great beings took birth in this age to support Dharma. Buddha, Krishna, Christ, and even others yet to come. The highest teachings are more available now than any other time. Meditation practices, key to awakening and gaining freedom and sustaining that, are more available than in any other time. The essential truth remains eternal, unchanged, undiminished, and can be known by anyone in everyday life. But another gift through Kali Yuga is the divine has taken a special form. It's called sound form. It's mantra. Mantra is known as the sound form of the infinite. And sacred sound is used across traditions. And especially in this time, for helping us to shift out of the mind, the ordinary mind of divisiveness, and into that unity consciousness. One of the great mantras, the Maha mantras of this age, is Om Kali Ma, Om Kali Ma, Om Kali Ma. It is a calling of the Great Mother, and it's a mantra you can use if you like. Om is a throb of the infinite. Kali, the Great Mother, the Divine Mother, known by so many names, She is Grace, she's Sophia, she's all that is. She's the Shekinah, she's Inanna, she's Tara, she's Kuan Yin. Kali, we call on her. And Ma, the primal mantra of the Mother, known by every infant. Om Kali Ma, Om Kali Ma, Om Kali Ma. Become immersed in that and know the truth of who you are. And it's only by directly knowing the Absolute, the boundless fullness of the infinite, that we can put an end to the ignorance that gives birth to so much suffering. Buddha called this awakened state nirvana, meaning extinguishment of craving. But knowing this conceptually is not enough. We have to know it fully, directly, and then be empowered by that knowledge to walk the wisdom, the love, the divine that is our essence into our lives and into the halls of power. Corporate, governments, religious, familial, everywhere we carry that. Now, knowing the One and seeing the world through the eyes of the One, seeing through your divinity is what empowers us. When St. John of the Cross saw this in the state of union he went into, he then said, I saw that all God sees is himself. That's all there is, only one. When God looks around, all God sees is God. Cleanse vision so you join that truth. Describing the state of unity of consciousness, Buddha spoke about the four immeasurables: boundless love, boundless wisdom, boundless rapturous joy, boundless equanimity. In the Hindu yogic tradition, it's called Satchidananda. Boundless eternal being is Sat. Boundless consciousness, Chit. And boundless blissful, all-embracing love of all that is, Ananda. See, the poor mind needs so many words to describe oneness. These aren't separate qualities, they're one. Leave behind the mind and enter the state where all is one. That's the state of true awakening. And what pulls us along the path of wakefulness? Longing to know and love and serve. Perhaps that's what brought you here and engages you in practices of awakening. The 15th century poet Saint Kabir said, "On the path to knowing God, it is longing that does all the work." He said, "Look at me. I'm a slave of that longing." The longing to know the fullness of the infinite, the divine, longing to know. This longing is beneath all longings, and it's only truly fulfilled by merger with the divine, with the one, our true self. So listen to this dialogue for a moment between one devoted to the Divine Mother and she of many names. "O my beloved, I long to know the fullness of your presence. Cure my blindness. Let me see your infinite radiance and witness your glorious effulgence. Set free my heart that it may drown in your love. Time is precious. Who but you knows how long I have to live? But how? How can I continue in this world of darkness without your living presence?" Well, my sweet beloved answered, "My dear one, remember what happened to Arjuna when he asked for such revelations. You live exactly as I want you to live. How could it be otherwise? The mind longs for dazzling clouds of light and miracles of cosmic love. I want you to know my living presence has always surrounded you, engulfed you, embraced you. I gave you a body, mind, and 5 senses to delight in my company. Each is a gateway to knowing me. I am the air breathing life into you. I am the earth supporting your every step. Every morsel of food passing through your lips is me. When water quenches your thirst, it is I. There is nothing you can touch or be touched by that isn't me. I am all light illuminating the darkness, and I am the darkness, the stillness, the silence, inviting you to leave behind your fears, to pass through the portal to the eternal. Every love, every joy you have ever known is me, and every sorrow and every pain. I am all that is or ever will be. I am you, discovering the ecstasy of becoming all, while your pure, boundless nature remains untouched. Know this and truly see, truly be awash in love, our true presence."
We're out of time, Lawrence.
I'm sorry?
We're out of time, Lawrence.
Okay.
Do you want to wrap up in 1 minute?
Oh yeah, I thought you said you were going to give a
2 minute. I didn't want to interrupt your.
Okay, thank you. Well, we were just about out. So I was just going to close with this blessing. May you visit often your heart of hearts, where the wellspring of love, the living presence of the divine, nourishes all. May you discover the mysteries of how love's power sustains your life. May the wellspring of love soften the ground of your life and make it fertile. May the love emanating from your good heart caress all who come near you. You are born of love. Your every breath arises and subsides in love. You are the ocean of love we call God. And so may you always know what God knows. You are completely lovable. You are completely loved. You are held in the arms of the divine, now and forever. Awake to that truth, and you walk the power of grace and transformation into every aspect of your life. Jai Ma.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. That was absolutely awesome. I'm now going to bring on our last 2 speakers, and they're Rabbi Simcha Raphael and his wife, Rabbi Reza Raphael. I hope I didn't mispronounce either of your names. So we have a 2-team presentation for our closing multi-faith panel presentation. So briefly, Rabbi Simcha Raphael is the founding director of the DOT Institute for Death Awareness, Advocacy, and Training. He has a PhD in psychology from the California Institute of Integral Studies. He's an ordained rabbinic pastor, and he taught at LaSalle University, Temple University, and is currently on faculty at the New York Open Center. And he's a member of Rabbis Without Borders Network and is the author of numerous publications, including the groundbreaking book, Jewish Views of the Afterlife. And he is co-editor of Jewish End-of-Life Care in a Virtual Age. His wife, who is also a rabbi, will be presenting as well, Rabbi Gila Razel Raphael. She calls herself an unorthodox visionary rabbi. She has served in 4 congregations. In essence, she's an artist and a ritual leader, and she is an award-winning singer, songwriter, liturgist. She has 6 musical recordings, including Friday Night Revived, Bible Babes of Belton, and most recently, May the Angels Carry You. And she's also the author of 2 children's books. And she currently serves as the spiritual leader of Dakyanu. I probably mispronounced that congregation. Anyway, I welcome Rabbi Simcha Raphael and Rabbi Razel Raphael to close up our multi-faith panel.
Thank you, Yvonne, and thank everybody who is here. It is such an honor to be here today. I was thinking about this. My Jewish ancestors for centuries would wake up on Shabbat morning. It's the Jewish Sabbath this morning, and they would walk probably like a quarter of a mile or a half a mile to the local synagogue, and they would sit in prayer and they would study Torah. They would study the sacred word. And in a sense, this morning we are all in an international virtual holy temple space that is all around the globe. There have been Jewish communities all around the globe, and now we're just doing it virtually. So I just want to acknowledge that, and we're going to share some music, some story. And so I want to turn it over to my wife, Rabbi Gila Razel Raphael, and she will bring us all together for a moment.
So I'm just so honored to be here. Thank you, Yvonne, and the whole team that put this together. And we've been listening to these speakers about love. I actually want to put the love in the Zoom room. So if you put your Zoom room on gallery view so you can see a few other people, and you put your hands in the corners of the Zoom room so that you can touch the people next to you in that box, let's make a circle of love. You can diagonal your hands down to the people that are below you or above you or to the right or to the left, but send some love around this planet at the moment while I offer this chant to create the circle of love, of inspiration and vision and heart-centered teaching. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. And now we're going to send Galgalei Ahava, the waves of love from this Zoom room out into the world. Galgalei Ahava. And then make it bigger. Ahava Rabba, Ahava Rabba. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. Through time and space, eternity, we are a circle of love. We are a circle, circle, circle of love. I'll turn it back to you, Reb Simcha.
So the circle of love will continue, and if you go back to the speaker's view, I want to tell you of a spiritually transformative experience. I want to share with you a global interfaith spiritually transformative experience. It goes back in my life over 50 years. I was sitting along the banks of the Dead Sea south of Jerusalem. I was 20 years old, and never in my life had I seen so many stars. It wasn't the same sky that I was used to back in North America. And I had never seen, being an urban city boy, I had never seen so many stars. And I was sitting and talking with a friend whose name is long lost in memory. And we were wondering where the moon was. We did not see any moon. And we prided ourselves on figuring out that it must have been the new moon. In those days, I didn't have an ephemeris to check on my calendar every day. And then around midnight, all of a sudden, a full moon began to rise in the sky. If ever I had a moment of feeling interconnected into the fabric of life, in that moment, with that full moon, I felt I was like Abraham under the stars on this same land. Remember Abraham? His name is mentioned in the Old Testament, and his name is mentioned in the Quran as Ibrahim. He is the founder or the progenitor of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. And I had the sense in that moment that I was like Abraham standing under the stars. And the word of God came to Abraham in a vision. God took him outside, said, look toward the heaven and count the stars if you are able to count them. So shall your offspring be. And there I was, a single solitary human being, and yet interwoven in the fabric and the time of history, as each of us are in some essential way. And a calling to Abraham. The calling to Abraham was, and I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you, and will make your name great, and I will bless those who bless you, and curse those who curse you, and all of the families of the land, all of the families of the land, all of the families of the land will be blessed because of you. And there I was, a single solitary monad interwoven in the fabric of time and history. And there were those of the global religions were being called. And it brings forth what Father Charles had brought to us. I'm sitting here listening to Father Charles in Nigeria teaching the Jewish mantra. It's the same thing as the Lord's Prayer, as the Apostles' Creed, as the three jewels, as the Shahada of Islam. It's proclaiming the oneness of God. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, which with a little improvisation means something like this, Rabbi Razel.
Hear this, ancient God wrestlers, Spirit is our God, and all is one.
So that story I shared with you of 50 years ago has been the wellspring of spiritual nurturance that I have continued to drink from. And each of us here, I'm going to go back into the gallery view for a moment just to see all of you. Each of us here have had a calling in our lives, that we are all called in some ways large and small. Whether it's, I don't think it's Moses standing on top of Mount Sinai dressed as Charles Heston anymore, or something along that. I don't think it comes in that way. It might be a book falling off of the shelf. It might be a synchronistic meeting. It might be something coming in the mail. It might be somebody we bump into in the street. But we have all been called to serve the planet, to make the world a better place. So that is what Yvonne is doing here. That is what all of our different prayer leaders have brought to us today. The sense that each of us are catalysts in bringing out a global world, because Lord knows the world can use all of the change and all of the transformation. So we need to sing that out a little bit more. We need to sing more about the glory of the world.
So I'm actually going to ask you, Simcha, I can't see the words yet, but I'm going to ask you to, those of you around the planet.
Is my share not up?
Yeah, no, it's good now. That I'm going to ask all of you out there who know how to use the chat to put in the elements of the earth from where you are, whether it is sand or wind or hot weather or a cloud. Type in the chat. Bring in the earth energy into this Zoom room as we sing in gratitude from all the corners of the earth. And there'll be a point in this song where I'm going to invite you to bring all that earth energy in. So everybody, it's a little muggy here in Philadelphia. Put whatever's going on into your chat. The whole world is filled with her glory. The whole wild world is filled with her glory. Milo kala aretz kivahodo. The whole wide world, from the dandelion to the buttercup, towering trees when we look up. The raven, she takes flight. It's freedom inside. Oh, the whole world filled with her glory. The whole wild world filled with her glory. Malo kalaretz kivodo. The whole wide world. Grasses and clover cover our path. Rain falls gently in a nourishing bath. An orchid grows among the stones. The earth's our home. Oh, the whole world filled with her glory. The whole wild world filled with her glory. Melo kala aretz kivodo. The whole wide world. Her heart beats with rhythm strong. A woodpecker pecks her song. Gnats and bugs buzzing all around. We're on holy ground. Aloe and swallow reach to prey. Bobcat prowls looking for prey. Sunset colors a luminous day. We rise to praise. Oh, the whole world filled with her glory. The whole wild world filled with her glory. Melo kala aretz kivodo. The whole wide world. Now, all of you out there, actually, let's go back to Sim. Can you stop the screen sharing? Because I'm going to bring the blessing and just repeat after me, mute, unmute, in harmony. We can't hear you, but you can hear yourself singing and raise your vibration. Bring the blessing down. Bring it down and share it all around. Share it to all those Zoom rooms out here. Bring it down from heaven to grounded. Bring the blessing down. One more time with feeling. And if Linda has a second to look up and take a picture of all these people that are bringing the blessing into this Zoom room. Bring the blessing down. Bring it down and share it all around. Bring it down from heaven to grounded. Bring the blessing down.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are out of time. Do you have a closing sentence?
Okay, so I want to end by the blessing that we all find our sense of power to be catalysts in the world, to make the world a better place, that we take this conference as an initiation to continue to do whatever it is in our families, in our individual home, in our work, in our communities, in the global world, in your own inner life, that this is a chance for us to deepen all the gifts, all the blessings that have come down to us. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Thank you. I wish to thank everybody who was on our multi-faith opening panel. Everyone was inspirational, heartfelt, uplifting. What a wonderful way to launch our conference. Thank you to Jyoti Ma. Thank you to Father Charles Ogata. Thank you to Lawrence Edwards. Thank you to Rabbi Simcha Raphael. And thank you to Rabbi Reza Raphael. I thank you all.